Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So today I want to do just a kind of a quick get ready with me. I have a few samples from Integrity Botanicals and then the Detox Market that I got a few days ago that I wanted to use and just do like a quick get ready with me tutorial. So we'll just go right into it. I got a couple primers. I have been interested in trying to dabble in the primer world. I've never really used primers from any green beauty brands before. So I wanted to give a couple a try, and I actually used one yesterday on my friend for my dog getting situated. Okay, hopefully he'll be quiet now. I used the 100% pure mattifying primer on my friend yesterday for bridesmaid makeup, and I feel like it looked really good with the Beautycounter Tint Skin Foundation. So if you're oily or anything like that, I just used this on her T-zone and it worked really well. And I also got the Vapor Beauty Stratus Instant Skin Perfector, and I think I want to try doing that one today. I think it's a little bit more of a luminous primer. There's two shades to that one. I got the lighter shade, so I think I'm going to try that one today. So we'll go ahead and start with it. I got samples of all this stuff, so it's like kind of a creamy white consistency, and I'll just kind of, oh, it's kind of sticky. Yeah, it's a little sticky and thick. It's a weird smell, but I get the primer feel from it. Like, it feels a little like slick on the skin, but I don't know, it's very thick. So I start that in my T-zone and then I'll work it out. Make my skin nice and red. It feels really nice. My skin feels smooth after applying that. And that sample that they got me, it'll last me a little bit. So far, that feels really good on my skin. Nice and hydrated. Next, I'm gonna go in with my foundation. I'll give that a little bit of time to kind of sit in. So usually for my Tint Skin Foundation, I use the my Real Techniques face and body sponge or some type of beauty blender. But I'm gonna be doing a video next on my favorite makeup brushes, and so I was going through like my whole collection, and I found my Sigma brushes. I don't know how I didn't know where they were before, but I whipped out I have two Sigma brushes, one I used yesterday, and this one is like, I forgot how much I loved it. This is the Sigma Flat Kabuki brush. It's a really dense, thick brush, and this type of brush will give you more of a full coverage if you're using foundation. So I'll talk about that in my video, but I'm gonna use that to apply my Tint Skin Foundation today, and I'm gonna use the shade Linen and also the shade Sand. I'm kind of in between both. I have a little bit of some Eco Tan on my face yet. So I'm just gonna kind of put both of those on my brush and then spread it on. And so yeah, I've fallen back in love with a brush to apply the tint skin. If you've watched a few of my videos, I've said before that it applies the best with a sponge, which it really does. It gives a really good finish to the skin, nice and even. And I think I was just using the wrong brushes. I don't know. Because it would drag on my skin and I would see like streak marks and everything from it, and I don't know why. A brush didn't vibe with me with this foundation, so I don't know. This one works really well and I really like it. Just doing a simple makeup look today. I'm not really going anywhere, but I wanted to test out some of this stuff and see how it was. A little bit of redness there. Take just a little bit more of Linen and dab it on my cheeks and that forehead area. I feel like the color matches me pretty well. Bring it down my neck a little bit. Okay, so it gives a really just even coverage using this brush, and that was only like not even a pea size amount of both of those colors mixed together. So I don't know, I think it looks pretty good. And I love that brush again. I'm so glad I found that. Next, I'm going to contour and bronze or whatever. I love cream products. I've just been obsessed with cream products lately. And don't get me wrong, I still use my powder stuff and I love powder, but I've just been on a kick lately with cream products. I'm gonna go in with my last little bit of my Well People Bio Bronzer stick and kind of contour-ish bronze up my face. This is more of bronzing than contouring. It's a little bit red, but I love this. I haven't used it in a while because I've like been saving it up because I don't want it to like run out. Grab a different brush. Oh, I almost knocked you down. And I'm just gonna blend that in. Sorry, I have my stuff everywhere today. So I just place that in the usual places that I contour or bronze. I do a 3 motion along my face. I really love this stuff. I need to get a new one. Have not purchased yet. I want to try and find a stick foundation that is not so bronzy, kind of like a more of an ashy contour color. I've been looking at Vapor Beauty. They have foundation sticks. Well People has actual foundation sticks, but like I haven't found like a shade or a swatch that looks like a contour shade, because I used to have the Anastasia foundation stick in the shade Mink, I think it is, and that was like a perfect contour color for me. I'm gonna take my brush and go on it a little bit and get the sides of my nose. Okay, then I'm gonna go into cream blush. I don't know which one I wanna use. I have the Vapor Beauty Aura blush stain in the shade Scandal. It's a really pretty berry color, and I think that's really pretty for fall. So I have that one, and then I also got a sample of the, which I'm really excited about, of the RMS Beauty Lip to Cheek in the shade Beloved. I have not tried anything from the RMS brand yet, but this is their like signature color for that line. So I kind of want to play with that a little bit. It's like super red. I don't know if that would be no, we're gonna do that. That's really pretty. I just put a little bit on the back of my hand. So I'll do that today because I've been really wanting to try some of the stuff from the RMS Beauty brand, and I think this is really pretty. So it's like full on red. I'm gonna use the Real Techniques. This is a contour brush, I think. I use this to apply like any like contour, like, not contour, any cream blushes, or I do contour every now and then with this, like cream contour. Just kind of the apples of my cheeks and up a little bit. That's really pretty. It looks really intimidating in there, but you can always build it up. So like start low or with a little amount. That would have been really pretty this summer. I wish I would have got that. I think it's really pretty. I like that a lot. I'll have to play with my Vapor Beauty one later. And like I barely touched my brush into there, and it had really good color payoff. So I think that looks really pretty. Just a nice flush. That's what I love about cream products, is it just, I feel like my skin is just already glowing. So I really like that. And look at me being like super out of order. Like I didn't put any concealer on. So we'll go into my beloved concealer. This is the Hint Beauty Duet Perfecting Concealer. And this is the shade Light, and I use that to go under my eyes and a little bit on my forehead. So if I run into that blush a little bit underneath there, I'll just go back over it. I don't feel like I need a lot today. I'm just staying inside. I just wanted to try some of this stuff out. Oh, and I also got a new brow product and a lip pencil, which I forgot about. I think the lip pencil is still in my makeup kit though, so I don't know if I'll use that today. So just a little bit to brighten my under eye area. And I also, my forehead, I don't know, it's just always red. So I like to put concealer there, a lighter shade, kind of right in between my eyebrows, and then bring it up a little bit. And that gives me my like highlighted forehead effect. I feel like I have a really big forehead, so I like to keep my highlight like really low. And then I do some down just like the very center of that bridge of my nose, and then press it in. And then also I get redness on my chin, so I highlight that area too. Okay, there's the lighter shade, and then I go in with the shade medium to spot conceal. And I'm still working out of samples for this. So this is the shade medium, and I'm going to put that on the corners of my chin where I just get a little discoloration. And I also use this on my eyelids. It's kind of an eyeshadow primer. And I'll put a little up onto my eyelids. I'm not going to do like a crazy eye look today, just a little something. I watched Brianna Fox. I love her channel. I will link her latest video below, but that's kind of like what kind of the look I'm gonna go for today. I want to do just like a simple face, and then she did a really bold lip, and I thought it was super pretty. She looked super bronze and contoured, and then just had like a super dark lip, and I thought that was so pretty. Okay, so concealer is down. Next I'm gonna do bronzer, and I'm gonna take my Beautycounter bronzer in the shade number 1. This is the matte bronzer, and I just love this bronzer so much. And I'm gonna use my Bare Minerals Flawless Face Brush. Ooh, the lighting changed. I should have put my hair up. I just love this bronzer because I used to be obsessed with the Benefit Hoola bronzer, and I feel like this is like the perfect dupe for that. Honestly, I feel like I like it better. I don't know. So along my forehead, like the hollows of my cheeks a little bit. And I always take it down my neck because my neck and face never match each other. And then I'm gonna take an eyeshadow brush and kind of go down my nose a little bit. This is a Morphe M504. Okay, that's that. And then I'm gonna go back into my concealer and kind of clean up my cheek area a little bit because I feel like that blush and contour got a little crazy there. So I'm just going to apply this here, use my sponge to kind of clean that up a little bit. So then it has more of a definition underneath there. And this is an e.l.f. Beauty sponge, and I really like it. It was like $4 at Walmart, and it's really good. Okay, so there's face so far. I'm gonna set my under eye area with the Beautycounter mattifying powder real quick. Just a little light dusting, because I do crease under there quite a bit. So I just press out the concealer because I already creased up a little bit. And then I'm just going to lightly dust this using that same brush that I applied my contour with on my nose, and just kind of hit that area under there. And I'll do a little bit, I'm running really low on this powder, a little bit onto my forehead. That's where I get a little oily, down my nose. Okay. So, oh, I am gonna set my eyelids because I'm gonna put this powder. A little on my eyelids because I am gonna put some bronzer in my crease. I almost forgot about that. Okay, then I'm going to go back into my eyeshadow brushes. I'm gonna take the Morphe M505, kind of a pointed blender brush, and I'm gonna take the same bronzer shade that I use for my face. And this is, I'm just gonna put this right in my crease, right where the socket of my eye is. So like when I open my eye, you can kind of see that right there. That is where I'm gonna place the bronzer. This just gives definition in that area. And I feel like it brings out my eyes a little bit without having to put eyeshadow on. I do this almost every day. It's just so easy. And less products that you have to use to get ready. So you see how this area is lightened up and it's just a little bit darker there. I feel like it just brings my eye out a little bit more than what this one is. So same thing over here. Do you guys have like that one side of your face that you just love and the other side is like the evil sister? Like, you know how I say your eyebrows are sisters and not twins? Like, this half of my face compared to the other half, they are evil sisters, not anywhere near regular sisters, because they do not match at all. I feel like I love doing my makeup on this eye and I hate doing it on this eye. Okay, and then I'm gonna sweep a little bit of that underneath on my lower lash line. And I'm going to use, I just got a bunch of new Morphe brushes. I'm like really loving them. I'm gonna use my Morphe M506, and it's just kind of a small pointed blender brush, and dipping the top of my brush into that. And I'm just gonna sweep this along my lashes, just that lid area. And kind of connect it a little bit to the top. Just like so. Okay, then we're gonna go in with highlighter. And I left it over here. Actually, I don't even have it out. I'll go into one of my eyeshadow palettes. Okay, I'm gonna go into my Ultimate Nudes eyeshadow palette, which is just the best palette ever. It is so pretty. I'm gonna take the shade over here in Cashmere. It's like the perfect gold highlight. And I'm gonna take a Morphe M510 brush and dip that in there. And light this face up. That is such a pretty shade. Sorry, hair flip. I'm gonna take some down just like the center of the bridge of my nose. And on my Cupid's bow. Then I'm gonna go into my eyebrows. And this is, I'm really excited about this because I still use it like my Anastasia powder sometimes. And I haven't found a dupe for that yet, but I'm really excited. I got the Lily Lolo, what is it called? Just the eyebrow duo in the shade medium. This side is the powder, and then this side over here is a wax. And I didn't really think I was gonna use the wax, but I just decided to use it the other day anyways, and I'm really glad that I did because it made a really big difference on how this applied. So I just applied it with a regular makeup brush. I have one here. This is a Morphe E36 brush, and I literally just took it on the brush and like painted my brows, if that makes sense. So I just kind of went over where I was going to fill them in, lay the wax down, and I really don't know if this is how you're supposed to do it, but this is what I did. So I just kind of painted that on, and then took my Anastasia number 12 brush with the spoolie on one side and angled eyeliner brush on the other side, and I'm going to just brush my brows up. And what I like about this too is the mirror is huge. I really do like that. This shade is a little bit warm. I usually use an ashy shade on my eyes, on my eyebrows, but I'm going to put that underneath first. The color payoff is really good on this. Like I barely just tap my brush into that. and line the underside. And I feel like this color looks better with my darker hair. If I still had my lighter hair, I feel like I would have gone with the shade, I think it's the shade Light. Oh, my light just turned off. There we go. And I really feel like this wax just helps lay down that color nicely. So I'm barely dipping this because that color can come off so intense. Okay, so there's one eyebrow. Like, this eyebrow is really microbladed along the top because mine were really uneven. This stupid light. Because mine were really uneven, and so whenever they were microbladed, a lot of the top is the tattoo part. So my foundation covers it quite a bit, and I could just wipe it off, but I just like to go over it with the eyebrow powder. And see, like on this eye, my light's not gonna work today. On this eye, I start on the top of my brow because I don't know, I just like to finish that part of it first. I want this to work because the lighting is so bad outside today. Please stay on. And then I'll hit the underside of that eyebrow. And I have a scar too on my eyebrow, so that makes this eye just really messed up. Really don't like this side. It's like so pigmented. And the one thing that I really liked about the Anastasia Brow Powder Duo is that it had the two shades in the one compact. Like, this has the wax on one side, which I really do like the wax, but I like to have a lighter brow on the inside of my face and then kind of let it get darker towards the tail. I just feel like that looks a little bit more natural. And like, I'm being super light-handed with this, and it's just like very pigmented. So overall, I really like that. I think that it looks good with my darker hair. This stupid light. Okay, so that's the shade medium, and I feel like it matched my hair really well. So then I'm gonna go into the lips, and I got the Discover Found brand from Walmart. This is the shade Wine, and I thought it'd be really cool for a dark lip for fall. It was a lip kit. Came with a pencil, and it came with the liquid lipstick. So I have not worn this yet. So I'm just gonna take the pencil and line, okay, any day now. Needs to warm up a little bit, I guess. Sorry, I can't talk while I'm doing this. So I'm just trying to line my lips first with the pencil. It's kind of a little hard. And there's not like a lot of color coming off. Like pressing so hard. This light is killing my vibe today. But then again, I haven't charged it, so. Okay, so that is the lip pencil. Now that that's all filled in, and it is a pretty wine color. So then I'll go over right over top of that with the liquid lip. This is a little moussey, a moussey consistency. And it kind of reminds me of the Tarte lip paint. Yeah, that's exactly what it reminds me of. So it feels really good on my lips. I just don't know how it's gonna wear throughout the day. But for an organic liquid lip, I feel like that's pretty good. So there's that. And this light just does not want to work today. Like it stays on for like a few seconds and then it shuts off. Okay, so then we're gonna do mascara real quick. And the mascara that I'm gonna use is the Tarte Lights Camera Flashes mascara. I used that in my last video and I do like it. I just kind of have to like work with it a little bit. It will transfer onto my under eye area, which I usually don't have an issue with that with mascaras. Like that's never been a problem for me, but for some reason this one it is. So there's two wands, two sides of the wand. So you lay down with side number 1. And like it gets on the top lid too, which I usually go ham whenever I apply mascara. So I try not to get it on there, but that doesn't always work. It like dries on there like that. And then I'm gonna take the number 2 side, and that's more of like the stiff comb part of it, and take that through and kind of comb my lashes. So that is just one coat. And I feel like that, it really makes my eyelashes look long, and I mean, it gives a little bit of volume before a mascara that is kind of like a green beauty mascara. I feel like it works really well. Don't get too carried away on your second coat of mascara though, because it will start to clump up a little bit, which I found that out right away, and then I ended up having like spider leg lashes. Then I'm gonna take my Beautycounter volumizing mascara and popping that on the lower lash line like I always do. Just stab myself in the eye a little bit there. Okay, so there is that. I think the liquid lip is starting to dry down a little bit, so it feels a little bit, I wouldn't say sticky, but you can definitely feel that it's getting a little bit dry. So it's a really pretty color for fall, and I feel like that's like the darkest one that I have in my collection of like clean or green beauty. So I think that's a really fun alternative. This light is killing me. It's killing me. So I'll bring you up to the window to get a little bit of a better lighting to look at this makeup. So I really do love the eyebrow powder. I think that it matches my dark hair well. I think I'll end up going ahead and purchasing the shade Light because I would like to keep it lighter on the center of my brow and then a little bit darker towards the end using the shade Medium. So you can see the liquid lip a little bit better. So I just thought that was a simple fall look, and I got inspiration from Brianna Fox, so I'll post her video down below and bring you back to my table here. So I will link her video below so you can check that out. She obviously has better lighting than I do, and just better equipment in general. I shoot this off of my iPhone, but I love all of her makeup tutorials, and I really liked this latest one that she did. So I will be doing a video next with my favorite brushes, and I will have my lighting look a little bit better for you guys. And if you like this video, like this tutorial, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.